Welcome to St. Maria Goretti's first virtual open house. My name is Miss Mary, and I am the sixth grade homeroom teacher, and I teach language arts and literature here at SMG. A little bit about myself. I graduated from St. Mary's College of California, that's in the Bay Area. I studied business and received a degree in finance. I played Division One indoor volleyball there on full scholarship, so that is a big part of my life. I absolutely love my family. My mother is actually the principal here, and my sister is the kindergarten teacher. And I am a strong practicing Catholic. And before this pandemic, I was very involved at our parish. I was a Eucharistic minister, and I love bringing faith into our classroom. So we're just going to go over my methodology, philosophy, the online forums that I use here for virtual learning, how I grade, what we do about absent work, late work, missing work, and what our potential COVID classroom would look like. So for my teaching methodology, I use the core instructional practices. That's where I demonstrate how to do something. We practice together, students work on it in groups, and then finally they try and do it on their own. We also implement differentiated instruction here at St. Maria Goretti. So we recognize that we have all different kinds of learners in the classroom. There is not one way that everyone is going to get something. So we try to provide as many different options for them to learn as possible. And we also implement the Common Core state standards here at our school. My personal philosophy for middle school reading is to perfect the reading strategies that they already know. They know how to compare and contrast, they know how to make inferences, but I want to make sure they know when to use those skills and how they could build their comprehension for things like STAR testing or for high school entrance exams. And so, word study is a big part of our routine because the more words you know, the better your comprehension will become. So we study word parts, word roots, definitions, and I have seen a tremendous growth here at our school with that. And lastly, we go over test taking skills that are vital for them to move on to the next level of high school and to be college ready. The online forums that we use here are Zoom, Google Classroom, Seesaw. That's pretty much the same for all grade levels. For me personally, I use Read Theory, vocabularybook.com, Quizlet, and readworks.org. This is what our virtual schedule looks like for middle school. Each class is an hour and a half with breaks in between. They stay with their homeroom teacher, then they go on to the next subject. And from 2 to 3, this is independent study and small group work. So if they're behind in something, they can have one on one Zooms with their teachers that they need help in whichever subject area that may be. This is sort of how I grade. So, language is everything to do with writing, grammar, essays. So, our classwork is pretty heavy because of our long Zoom calls. So, 50% of my grading is classwork, and then it's divided evenly between grammar tests and essays. For literature, our classwork is even heavier because we spend a lot of time reading and perfecting those strategies, as I said. And our quizzes are short, they're a big part of our grade. And then tests are also 25%. And lastly, spelling. So, this is our word study. Our classwork is about 30% of our grade, and then the tests are handwritten and uploaded to Google Classroom, which is about 70% of the grade. In terms of absent work, the same amount of time that you are absent is the amount of time you have to make up the work. So, for example, if you're absent 2 days, then you have 2 days to make up that assignment upon your return to class. Missing and late work. I always accept missing and late work. If it is late more than 3 days, then the students may only receive half credit. Our in person plan is tentative. we plan to have as little communal areas as possible, as well as protective dividers between the students who will be placed 6 feet apart. They will each have a little crate that looks like this for any supplies that they may need. So that way they don't need to go to a communal area to get books or anything like that. And the only supplies that they'll really need to bring is a ton of cleaning supplies. And I know that that is scarce to find these days, but thank you for watching, and I hope that you enjoy touring the rest of our school.